Hello everyone, today we will explore the process of building a beautiful structure from the ground up. In a snowy forest, he then takes heavy, charred wooden posts and carefully places them vertically into these holes, forming the main supports for the structure. Using a chainsaw, he levels the tops of the upright posts, then moves to a pile of logs to prepare the crossbeams. Using a sharp axe, he carves precise notches into the ends of the logs. He carries a long, prepared log back into the hole and places it across the supports, fitting the notches snugly. Using a hammer, he hammered large metal pins into the joints, securing the frame. He repeated the process, building a sturdy rectangular frame on the roof. As day turned to night, he worked by lamplight. He created a sturdy roof by stacking several logs side by side on top of the frame. To weatherproof it, he covered the wooden roof with a large tarp and then covered the interior walls with another tarp. Finally, he brought more logs inside, stacking them to create a raised sleeping platform, raising him off the cold ground. Once the job was done, the simple hole had been transformed into a warm, functional winter shelter. The man arrived at his snowy shelter, pulling a sled loaded with supplies through the winter woods. After shoveling snow from the driveway, he entered the rustic cabin. His first task was to improve the heating system. He cleared the snow from the roof and carefully cut a hole in the canvas wall to install a new insulated metal chimney. He carefully connected each section, secured them with clamps, and placed a cap on top before piling snow onto the roof for insulation. Next, he installed the ventilation system, cutting a large plastic pipe to size and fitting it through a newly drilled hole in the wooden wall. With the airflow inside the house under control, he turned his attention to fuel. Outside, he used a chainsaw and an axe to split the wood into kindling, then carried a load of wood back inside. Then he focused on the brick stove itself. He removed the cast iron stovetop and used a drill to reshape the brick walls inside. He cleared away the old debris and installed a new, more efficient metal grill in the firebox before replacing the stovetop. To start the first fire, he used a traditional wood drill to create embers, carefully using kindling to keep the fire going. Soon, flames were roaring in the stove and smoke was billowing from the new chimney. As the weather turned and the snow melted, he completed the project by painting the chimney black with heat-resistant paint. Finally, he reinforced the interior wall with a new wooden post, ensuring a warm, airy, and comfortable shelter in the heart of the forest. The man sat outside the small log house, meticulously carving a piece of wood. He then turned his attention to the roof, carefully covering the ground with green moss to enhance the natural insulation. He carried a piece of wood down into the warm, fire-lit house and fashioned it into a sturdy, rotating latch, hammering it into place. For added security, he installed a simple metal lock. As night fell, he lit a candle, creating a cozy atmosphere inside the rustic log house. The next day, he continued his improvements. He sawed and split a board into small, precise wedges. Back inside, he carefully hammered these wedges into the gaps between the wooden walls, a traditional sealing technique to block drafts and improve insulation. He gives a thumbs up, satisfied with his work. His next project is a shutter. He splits the wood, smooths the pieces, and assembles them into a compact, functional shutter complete with hinges. He carefully fits it into the window pane on the outside wall. To protect the wood from the elements, he uses a blowtorch to apply a beautiful layer of burnt paint, a technique known as shosugi-ban. He adds a final touch by adding moss to the roofline for extra insulation. Finally, after reinforcing the entrance steps, he packs up and sets off, leaving his cozy handmade shelter safely in the woods. And that's it, finished as planned. Thanks for sticking around until the end of the video.